Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Renee. I'm a homeschooling mama of a 10, an 8, and a 4-year-old. Today we're going to be talking all about my 4-year-old, my preschooler, Michael. Now, if you are new here, I want to give you a little bit of a quick context on Michael. Last year, Michael was diagnosed with autism and he is nonverbal. Since then, we've been getting him into his speech therapies, his occupational therapies, and seeking out maybe some new therapies that will be beneficial to him. Along the way, we decided to homeschool him. Since then, y'all, I've been researching different curriculums. There are so many really good preschool curriculums out there. Not that any of them didn't fit or I feel like would be a good fit for Michael. It just kind of gave me a little bit of anxiety when it comes to the formal curriculums with Michael. Like I mentioned previously, he is nonverbal, and I felt like one of the things that we really should focus on is speech and communicating with him. We did have our trial run with his AAC device. He actually uses the device in his speech therapy. So since then, we have been we've been in the process of getting his device, and I'm so happy to say that we finally have his device, y'all. I am so excited that we have his device because now we can work on communicating with him, and I feel like from then we would be more into I don't know, I just feel like maybe in my mind that I need him to know, and more than likely he knows what I'm saying, but I don't know if it's just maybe a me thing, but I need to have him be able to communicate with me so I know that we're kind of on the same page and we can go from there. So my main goal right now is to get him and I and the family used to using his AAC device and growing from there. Y'all, before then, I have to admit that I did come up with like a little communication board that I made myself with printing out some pictures and velcroing it to like in a binder, and we've been using that until we got his device. But I'm very happy about this device because now it's a lot more functions and it's a lot more things that he can use, and I feel this will be a really good fit for us. If you guys also are new here, you will learn this about me. I will research something to death and I will sign up for webinars, seminars, I will go to conventions, I will do all the things to learn about something if I have no idea what's going on with it. So after all of that research, I did come across a program for nonverbal students, y'all. I am so like, this is so exciting. It's called Autism Oasis, and she has curriculum for nonverbal students, and the one that we're going to be starting off with is learning about the AAC device, and she's going to be walking us through the app, how to use it, on top of teaching Michael how to read at the same time using this program. This is an 18-week program. It doesn't take you 18 weeks to learn the app. Don't let that freak you out. But what I'm saying is she's going to be going through a core word every week for 18 weeks, teaching him sentences. We're going to be reading books with him, and I'm so excited to begin here. Not only are we going to be familiarized with using the app, but we're also going to be learning at the same time, and I'm so thankful that this exists. I'm so grateful to have found this, and I feel like this is going to be a huge blessing for our family. I've already kind of gathered some of the things that we would need to go with this program. You do have the option to purchase this in two ways. You can purchase where you just go into the AAC program, or you can purchase the complete, which will include your AAC and the reading and math and other subjects. So you can purchase that in two ways, but I feel like this is a good way to start. Again, I'll link it down below so you guys can get a lot more information on it, but we're going to be starting with the AAC program, and then we're going to work our way from there. All right, also before I get in a little further into the video, I know I already ran my mouth a little bit longer than I planned on. I want to take this time now to personally thank each and every one of you guys for the emails, comments down below, reaching out and just giving me advice, encouragement, suggestions, leading me in places to meet different people. I just want to personally thank you guys for reaching out and supporting and growing this community with you guys. I feel really inspired and encouraged because going through this experience with Michael, it can feel lonely, it can feel scary, and it can also feel a little overwhelming because you feel like you just don't know what direction you should go in, if you're going in the right direction, if you're doing all that you can, and just to make sure he's getting everything he needs. So with you guys just reaching out, making suggestions, like I said, offering words of encouragement, being there means the world to me. And I want to just take this time out to say that I appreciate you guys, and I really love you guys. Thank you so much for showing up, and I am very grateful to have you guys. With that being said, I am the person that if I get any kind of information from someone pointing me into a direction, I want to pass it along. I want to share an email. I'm not going to be shouting the person out, but I'm going to be sharing the information I received from the person, and they told me to watch this documentary. I am not sponsored by this company. I just have to share this and pass this along because it was passed to me, and I feel like this will be beneficial to someone out there. So I want to share this documentary with you guys, and it's called Spellers. I will have the information linked below if you guys want to check it out and watch it, which I recommend you do. I'm going to read to you guys a little bit about it because I don't want to just sit here and tell you about it. I want you to go and watch it yourself. Okay, so Spellers is a 2023 documentary film that tells the stories of 8 nonverbal people with autism who use letterboards to communicate their thoughts and feelings. This film challenges the common belief that people with autism who are non-speakers are cognitively disabled. The documentary's title asks, "What if we've been wrong?" in every single one of them, and it aims to answer the question through the stories of the 8 individuals featured in this film. Y'all, my husband and I sat through and we watched this together, and I was in there trying to hold back tears, and it wasn't tears of sadness, y'all. It was tears of joy, and like definitely inspirational. I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm going to have this documentary linked below. Y'all check it out, and once you do, come back to this video and comment down below and tell me what you thought about the documentary and how it touched you, because I know it will. And share this with anybody that you feel free to. Like I say, pass it along. This is how you help people out, and you make people feel really good to just feel like you have somebody. And like I said, I appreciate y'all so much. I can't say that enough. But yeah, check out that documentary. I will have it linked below. All right, so now that I feel like we kind of got all of that out of the way, now we're going to go ahead and get into the core, the meat of this video, which is preschool curriculum, resources, picks. What are we going to be doing for him? How's this going to look? Like I kind of mentioned before about his AAC device and kind of getting used to communicating and getting him ready with that, I want to be using the term curriculum very, 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 very loose, because we not going to have formal curriculum for Michael. Before that scares anybody, hear me out. Okay, there's a method to my madness. I want his preschool to look like play, 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 play. Okay? Playing outside, playing inside, playing with different textures, feelings, just playing, all the things, right? But I'm also going to be doing intentional things with him as well. So it's not going to look like all play. We're going to have a little structure to it. We're just not going to have the formal curriculum to be going through his preschool, if that makes any sense. So we're still going to be having him doing reading, me reading to him, writing, practicing his fine motor skills. We're going to still be doing math. We're going to be doing, I guess it would be lifestyle habits, you know, teaching him how to take care of himself, teaching him how to do things around the house and things of that nature. So with that being said, I just want you guys to kind of get a gist of that before we get in any further. I am going to be showing you guys resources that I'm going to be using for us as well for this. We're going to have some intentional school days too, guys. So we're going to be playing, but we're also going to be working on all of these things as well. So I don't want you to think this is random things or none of this makes any sense. We're just not going to be using a formal curriculum. Doesn't mean you can't create your own curriculum and go throughout your days in your schooling. One of the things I love about homeschooling, you can kind of do, you know, whatever you feel and meet your child where they are. I really love that. So right now we're meeting him where he is, and him and I will be going through his days. But I want to show you guys the resources that I did get, and I'm going to make a separate video showing you how I'm going to be organizing all of these resources for us to be doing throughout our days. So I promise you I'm an organized person, and it's going to make sense, I promise you. But I do want to share with you guys the resources that I chose for him to be going through his preschool year. I'm going to flip this camera around, and I'm going to show you all of the resources that I have for Michael. But before we do, I do want to say that I went to the special needs homeschool convention a couple of weeks ago, ran into some really cool people, very knowledgeable, and was able to lead me in ways that I can't even explain. I will, if you haven't checked out that vlog, check it out, and I will make a video talking about that experience, which was amazing. I ran into someone who was a speaker there, and she had a booth set up, and her name is Amy Bodkin. Hope I'm not messing her name up. She has something called books, I guess you would say, and I did purchase a homeschool curriculum guide that would kind of give us some direction and some ideas on how to homeschool. This book is for a curriculum guide designed for neurodivergent students. This bundle helps you plan a homeschool curriculum that works for all students, so not just preschool. You can get this for older ages as well. I'll link this down below, but I did purchase that. It has not come. I do have it in PDF, and then I have a packet that's going to be coming to the house. It has not arrived yet, so I just do want to say that we did purchase this as well to kind of give us a guide and give us some help with Michael. Now I'm going to flip the camera over, and we're going to get into all of these resources. Alright, so I'm going to start off with some of the readers that we're going to be going through. Not a Box, Giraffes Can't Dance, Where's Spot, 10 Apples on Top, Go Dog Go. This one is If You Give a Moose a Muffin, You Matter, Your Place in the Universe, and I Want My Hat Back. I do have some more readers, and we still have some on the way, but I want to talk to you about these because these are more the touch and feel, which is what he really gets excited over. So I have the Itsy Bitsy Spider, a little spider there. Touch Crank Zoom, because like I said, he loves to be engaged with touching things while I am reading to him. And these, y'all. Quick context about these books. When we were doing some of his evaluations, an OT there asked me, hey, have you ever heard of the Polka Dot by Melissa and Doug books? Because I kind of gave her a backstory where Michael was not interested in me reading. He wasn't interested in books. Y'all, the look he gave me when I read to him, it made me feel so embarrassed. So I just stopped reading to him because I just like, he's so not interested in this. I'm just going to stop. And then hopefully as he, grows up, he will hopefully then become interested. But I told her this, and she was like, why don't you just try some of these interactive books? And that's kind of why we went this direction. And she said that try out Polka Dot by Melissa and Doug. I went home, y'all. I got on Amazon and I purchased these books. The very first night that I read this to him, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, the very first night that I read this book to him, he was engaged, he was participating, and after a couple of nights, he actually was flipping the book the correct way when you read. These have been game changers for us. Not sure if it's the sound that these make, but it works, or it worked for us. And I highly recommend, if you have a kiddo who's like, get away from me, I'm not interested in you reading, back off, try these books out and see what you guys think. So we went to Polka Dot, Old MacDonald Had a Farm, or Old MacDonald's Farm, 10 Little Monkeys, What's your favorite color? And the wheels on the bus. Again, y'all, I'm not sure if it's the sound that these make, but he was very, very, very engaged, and I will highly recommend this to anyone that will listen to me about these books. So those are some of the readers. Like I said, we don't have them all, but this is kind of a gist of how we will begin. Alright guys, now on to puzzles. So here is the shapes puzzles. What I thought was cute about this is these little puzzle pieces that it comes with. You take the cards out of this one. I didn't want to take them out completely yet, but you take the cards out of this one, and then you make the shapes with the puzzle pieces. And I thought that was really, 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 really cute. I'm trying to see what all they have. Look at that. You can create a little bird. And so yeah, so he'll take the card and then he'll create it with the little puzzle pieces. The cards are, you see my hands, they're not as big as I would have liked them to be, but I feel like they'll still get the job done. But I am excited that the puzzle pieces are fairly big to create the little shapes. So we're going to be working with that. Another one is these. I like these. I haven't opened them all the way out yet, but see, he'll be going through creating these shapes. I'm excited that they have a good bit of them in there too. I feel like this is a good way also to not only be doing the puzzles, but then we can also talk about the shapes, and then we can say the colors on every one that he places in the molds. I thought those are really cute. You have a card, and then you'll match it with these and slide them in. So I feel that will be helping with his fine motor skills. I'm not sure if they're like patterns. We can go over colors. I think he'll really enjoy that. Michael really loves puzzles. Working with our shapes. And I purchased his name just to go over the letters of his name. I just thought this was really cute. And just to kind of give him an idea how to spell his name. I know it's all capital letters. I wish I could find one with a capital and then everything else lowercase. But I feel like we're going to start here and practice spelling out his name. I thought this was really cute. I got this from the special needs convention that I recently went to. It's a book, but then it's also a puzzle. And like I said, he loves interactive books, so I feel like when I read to him, he can go through and put the puzzle together as I read. So I thought this was a really cool find as well. When I saw it, I had to grab it. But this is another little cute book. Puzzles. Alright, so now I want to jump into more so his writing and his doing some little activities with practicing with his alphabets and numbers and cutting and writing and all those type of resources. So I'm going to go ahead and go through them. Let's start off with his preschool busy book. Y'all, this is so cute. I'll show you a little sneak peek inside. And of course, I still have to put all of this together. It's really, really cute. Goes through his months. Has little emotions. You can actually do some tracing too. But it has a lot more pages in it. It's really, really cute. And I have not finished putting it together, but it does come with everything that you need. A little Velcro to Velcro. Here's little removable pieces. Got his alphabet. Has some little tracing markers. Days of the week. Has a lot of different little things in here. Here's some little counters. And the emotions. You guys get the idea, but it does come with everything you need to complete the folder. I can't wait to start doing his little prepping. So that is his busy book. Okay, now I'm going to show you his little activity pads. They come in a set of 3. This is by Melissa and Doug. The alphabet pad. Show you a little sneak peek inside. Look how pretty. And we're going to have a good time going through these. Number activity pad. This goes from 1 to 20. There you have coloring. You can match. You can trace and write. Michael loves numbers, so I know he's going to really enjoy this. Then, last but not least, we have the colors and shape. How pretty. This is little activity pads. So going into more practice on his alphabets, I got him this 28-piece floor puzzle by Melissa and Doug. Also got him this Melissa and Doug product, polka dot jumbo. I was so excited to come across these as I was searching for those polka dot books. This came up, and of course, like I said previously, Michael loves being interactive, so we can go over his alphabet and he can pop those. Apple, anchor, ant. I think he is really going to love these. Continuing on with his alphabet, I also picked up these tactile letters. Like I said, he loves to interact. Very visual learner, loves to touch things. Well, sometimes he will run away from certain textures, but for the most part, being interactive and being able to touch, feel is what is keeping him focused. And anything to keep him focused, that's what I'm going to aim to do. And these kind of feel like sandpaper, basically. But I think he's really going to like these. So we go through his alphabet with these as well. So this next thing I'm going to show you guys is really cool. I bought it for him to be going through his ABCs, but it also comes with a lot more cards. Show you their colors, nature, shapes, foods, different items around the house, animals, and of course, like I said, I bought it for going through his alphabet with him. But what you do is you pick up the card and you
apple.
And then you can go through all of them this way, and then he will be able to do this himself.
Red.
Isn't that so cute? And this is his little favorite snack, so I know he's gonna love this one. Let me make sure.
Lollipop.
So I thought this would be really fun for him to work on. So continuing on, giving him a lot more variety when it comes to his alphabets and practicing his ABCs. I brought the lowercase alphabet stamps, as well as another cute little puzzle for him to work through. Now I want to get into more so with his writing. We have been working with his OT, and we're still working on writing, holding his pens, his markers, his pencils, whatever he's writing with. And so I thought these little dog pencil grips will be a good way to show him how to hold his pencils and just try to train him how to grasp writing with his different utensils. All right, y'all, so on to the big book, letter tracing practice for toddlers. I really love this. I love how big these letters are. This will be really cool for him to go through and practice his tracing with. And I've seen a lot of mamas take their time and have these pages laminated, which is what I'm going to do. I do have me a little machine that I'm going to use, take my time, go through this. And I'll either have it spiral bound, or I'm going to put it inside a 3-ring binder. I'm not sure yet. Then it goes a little smaller and smaller. So this is probably more than likely where we're going to start. Moving on to more copy work or tracing. I thought these were really, really cute. It comes in a pack of 4. It is Alphabet Magic Practice Copybook for preschoolers. So it goes the alphabet, have a math one, number, and drawing. Now, I do like these. However, I feel like we're going to have to be pretty good with writing before we can get into these. I say that because it's pretty small. But what I loved about these is they are reusable because they come with these little magic pens. So basically, and I didn't realize it came with little holders as well, but write through them and it disappears after a certain amount of time. So I thought that was really cute. We're going to have to be a lot better with writing and copying before we can get into these books. But I feel like eventually this will be something that we get into, not the beginning of our year, but maybe a goal towards maybe the end. We'll try to work our way down to this, but if we don't, that's fine. I know we will definitely be able to use them in the future. Well, so now this is getting into more of his like arts, crafts type things. Of course, you have to grab the crayons and some markers. And then I got these little paint sticks and washable paint. And it comes with a little paintbrush. I don't know, there's like little different, kind of like sponges, but like in different shapes. So it came in a random, not a random, but it came in like a big pack. Okay, you can use these, just dip that in the paint and just go crazy. Little rollers. Oh, look at their little stamps you can use for like smiley faces, just like different shapes. And then you can attach them to these, or they are attached to these. Nope, you can attach it to these and then press them onto your paper. And his little cloak to put on so he won't get messy with all those crafty things that I just showed you. His crayons, markers, paint sticks, washable paints, the little rollers or paintbrushes. We're all going to use those things on this or inside of this floor pad. I love how nice and huge it is. He has a lots and lots of space in this pad to use his utensils, so I'm excited about going through this with him. Y'all also love these Water Wow color pads. These are also from Melissa and Doug. Fill these up with water. And I love that it does not make a mess. But you fill these up with water and you just have them color through. He has our other one, so I'm able to just show you guys these. But we're going to be using this. This is going to be really good practice for him. All right, now so I want to get into our dot kit markers. What I really loved about this and did not realize at the time when I ordered this is that this comes with a QR code on the inside that you can have access to 108 free pages. I want to have them downloaded. Well, actually, I already had them downloaded. And my plan is to have our printing company that we love to use print them off. And so we'll have 108 more pages for him to use these dot markers with. But of course, guys, it does come with some. But having that access to have 108 more pages, I really, really love. And here are the markers. And it comes in a lot of different colors. And of course, I'm excited about these because, of course, y'all, my main goal is to work on his grip. And so I feel like he's going to really enjoy using these. Like I said, I didn't realize at the time that it came with 108 more pages that you can download. So I also purchased this shapes and number. So he can go through this as well with his markers. So we'll have lots and lots of practice with our dot markers because we have plenty of pages to go through. Switching things on up, we're going to start talking about all of the toys that I purchased for his fine motor skills. As you can see, he has already been in it. He loves this and it'll help them. I normally just tie this through for him to start off so he doesn't get upset. And then he will go through and then he will put these through. And then as he goes through them, I'll call out the colors with him, or sometimes I'll just let him work on this by himself, but he really loves doing this. This was another cute find that I found at the Special Needs Homeschool Convention. Learn to Lace, and you can go through this book, and of course it comes with all of your little string in the front, but it comes right here, so you can just open that. And then you can go through the numbers, stringing through the string. I thought this was really cute and a really good fine motor activity for him to go through. I'm probably going to have to fight his sisters off with this one because they love doing things like this. That is really, really cute. Some more really cool fine motor practice. Magnetic color maze. Come with your little magnetized pen and you just drag the little ball to whatever color it's supposed to be in. It's a lot of little balls everywhere, but you guys get the idea. That Michael loves to create different patterns with these. I ended up purchasing 2 of these boxes so he can make bigger creations with these. I noticed he would come up with a lot of different ones and I feel like he just needed a little bit more to make it more higher and more interesting, but he loves working with these. And magnet tiles. I don't have them in this video because he has them and he's playing with them, but we also love magnet tiles. And this pegboard comes with different little patterns for him to take the little peg and match the color with the little design on there. And it's called Button Nail. Continuing on with our scissors. I have 3 of them sitting here, as you can see. We started off with these. Michael did not like the idea of putting his fingers through here to cut. I don't know, and for whatever reason it freaks him out. I don't know if you guys have any of your kiddos who the sight of this scissor freaks him out. I don't know what it. I tried to show him that it's okay to use it, but he runs away every time. So that's why I have these other 2 to practice cutting with these, or because like this is fine. He will do this all day, but then I brought these 2 just to also kind of practice with them, just to kind of have variety. So maybe we can build ourselves up to these, but for right now, these are the 2 that I'm going to go with. And I brought these to practice cutting the construction paper. I'm going to be drawing little lines and little things for him to cut, or just practice cutting in general without the lines at first, and then we'll build up onto cutting along some lines. So that's why I have the construction paper. Here's another cute activity I think he's really going to love. Show you inside. Comes with this. And of course your little different shapes to put in there. You can do a little sorting. You can do your matching your little shapes, because these right here flip over. You practice doing that. Like I said, you can sort your colors. It comes with this. This has a little magnet on it, so he can use to fish up his different shapes, colors. So I thought this would be another really cool fine motor activity for him to do. I am realizing that a lot of the resources that I purchased will kind of count as math as well of getting in practicing his fine motor skills. I bought 6 of these, and my goal is to maybe cut a hole in the top of these to have him sort different things. One of the things that I do have for him to sort is these pipe cleaners. As well as these craft sticks. This as well is just a container with different colored lids that we can get some sorting practice in with different things that we have around our house, or the different materials or resources that I purchase we can use to add this in. So I'm thinking either I'll keep the lid on, or either I'll just put like a little slit or a little hole in them to, like I said, practice the fine motor work and get a little math in at the same time. So I'm excited about creating these for him. Have this bead holder, magnetic dot art, and this create and design drill kit. Like I said, our math has a lot of fine motor activities with it, so I'm going to label this part of the video math, but you can see where it can kind of count as well for getting that fine motor skills in. So you get a lot of different use in a lot of different ways from these different resources that I'm going to share with you guys. So here is Sorting Surprise Pirate Treasure, Unlock It, Number Match, Counting Bears, Sequencing Trains goes from 1 to 100. We have this counting pegboard, comes with your little pegs, so you can just count and then put them in. Like I said, you can see how this would count for fine motor skills as well as getting some math in. This learn and play. I put it in the math category of this video because it has where you can match the numbers with the little mosaic tiles. But like I said, you can use this for fine motor as well. And here are all the different pictures it comes with for him to match up. That is the learn and play. Last but not least, y'all, I want to finish up with music. We have just a little keyboard here, nothing fancy. His sisters play it and he likes to listen to them and watch them, so he would try to come in and hit a few keys, but I just want to get him aware, and hopefully he'll grow more and more interested with playing music. He also has a portable drum set. I love this thing, y'all. We can just plug it up anywhere and he will play with it. See, he just thinks that's the best thing in the world. The sticks are somewhere around here, guys. It does come with sticks and the little foot pedal, but so far he is really interested in playing this. So this is all the things that we have for music, and I will definitely purchase more instruments along throughout our year as I see fit, but these are just the 2 that we're gonna go with. I know that was a lot that I just showed you guys, a lot of resources, a lot of different ways that you can use these resources. I'm going to have this all nicely organized and put together and prepped, and I will show you guys how we're going to be going through our year using all these resources and how our days are going to look. So just stay tuned for that video. But until then, guys, thank y'all so much for sticking with me and watching all these resources, and I appreciate you guys as always. So just stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.